everyone, hope you're all okay. Right, a couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I did a video showing you the contents of one of my craft drawers, or my naughty drawer, where I stuff all the unfunny finished things. And Leslie, oh I'm sorry Leslie, I can't remember your channel name, can't remember, but Leslie, she says, why don't you just take 5 random things out and do something with them? So I thought, well, there's been no point me doing that myself, because even if I did it with my eyes closed, I would sort of know what things were. So I thought, right, I'll get Mr. Doodle to do it. So that night, I said to him, oh, will you have a look through this drawer and just pick me 5 things out, anything. So this is what he came, this is the things he pulled out. He's pulled out those, some wings to cut out, this little piece of leather I'd embossed and stamped, a round ATC thing that was rubbish, and this little brooch that I'd said that I'd put a button on it and then I'd taken the button off to use on something else, and it had just got thrown back in the naughty drawer. And then the last thing he picked out was that. So I've got to try and make something with these. I've got an idea for this one and probably that one. That one I haven't got a clue. But yes, so I will let you know. Well, I will put this on pause and see what I can do. So I found these in my drawer that I've made ages ago, just with the twine, where you wrap the twine round your fingers and then glue them. I think I've got a video somewhere of how to do these. I'll leave it in the description box if I can find it, but they're ever so easy to do. And then I'd put some bit of gauze and one of my bottle caps, these images I bought from Etsy, and then there was a couple of paper flowers. If they come off in time, then I'll just have to replace them, won't I? So I'm just going to literally hot glue that onto there. I don't know why I'd not thought of doing this before. And I don't really like using hot glue on projects like this, but I thought I would. Thought I would. Yeah, so that looks alright, don't it? That's quite nice. Go on a bag or something. Hopefully that will stop on there. So that's that one done, quick and easy. On to the next one. Well, I decided to work on the piece of leather next, so all I've done is made it into a little bookmark. I'm doing a lot of reading at the moment, although I might give it away if anybody likes it. As I said, the leather I'd put through the embossing folder, and I think I said I'd stamped it, but I didn't stamp it. Put it through the embossing folder and then just went over it with my Stays on ink pad. And then, being as everybody that's been watching me recently knows that I've got a bit of a fetish for the gold flakes, so I actually used this. I didn't use the glue stick this time. If it's just on paper or card, I'll just use the glue stick, but being as this was textured, I thought it might, don't know, just might go a bit clumpy, so I did use this. That is for the gold flakes. And I just dabbed some bits on and then just spread it out and let it almost dry. It was tacky, and then put the gold flakes on and just rubbed it on and brushed it off. And if anybody wants to know how to use the gold flakes, if you've not done it, I've got a video on that a few videos back. And then punched a hole in the top, and then on the back well, first of all, before I put the gold flakes on, I glued it to some cereal box, just cereal box, with the inside of the cereal box facing upwards, and then I've gone over it with some brown Dilutions paint. Actually, I've had the brown one for several years and I don't think I've ever used it. And then I've just signed the bottom. It's supposed to be 2019. My writing's appalling. And then I'd got some brown and gold fibre somewhere, so I just done that. I was going to punch the bottom as well and put some in the bottom, but I've decided not to. I think that just looks nice like that. I'd thought about trying to round the corners, and I thought, well, it won't go through my punch, and if I do it freehand it'll mess it up, so we'll just leave it like that. And it isn't, I don't think it's picking it up on there, but it actually isn't even straight. But it didn't look too bad. So that's that one. So I'm getting there, look. 2. So now I've got to do something with these, and I've just been having a think about it, and I think what I'm going to do is I shall colour the wings, cut the wings out, and I might just fussy cut around this image. Fussy cut, or take that bit of washi tape up, fussy cut around the image. This, where are we? This little flower, I'll colour that a different colour as well. Excuse me, and that can go on a hat just there somewhere for a bit of embellishment, flower in a hat. And then I thought what I might do is make it into, that can go there somewhere like that. Make it into a button fairy. A few years ago, some of my long subscribers will know that I used to make a lot of button fairies, and I haven't done one for ages and ages, so I might try and make some sort of button fairy out of it. So, right, I'll be back when I've done that. I've just glued the image to some red cardstock just to make it a bit sturdier, and while that was drying I thought I would colour the flower. So all I did to colour the flower, I love these flowers that, you know, you can alter the colour of them. I used a Sharpie marker. I got my little glass coaster and I just went with the Sharpie marker, and then I used a little drop of the isopropyl alcohol and just did the marker there, sprayed a bit of the alcohol there and sort of daubed it on the flower, because I tried doing it directly on the flower but it was a bit too intense, so I thought, well, I'll use the alcohol to dilute it a bit. Yes, we have red fingers. Well, a red finger. I've not been picking my nose and made it bleed, honestly. And just daubed it all on like that. I mean, if you've not got this, you could probably, I don't know whether a water-based marker would work just with water. I'm not really sure. What's the other thing we use instead of this? Oh, I can't think what you call it. What do you call it? Oh, well, I don't know what it is international, but surgical spirits is another, you call it solvent for this sort of thing. Don't know whether that would work, but, and then just on these little bobbly bits at the top, I've just went directly on with that. So I'm going to see if I can cut this image out now. I'll probably make a right pig's ear of it and end up scrapping it, but we shall see. And I'm just doing the same with the Sharpie marker again on the wings. I tried it on a, well, cut a piece of the corner off just to make sure it went on all right before I did it on the wing. So I've just rubbed over like that and then just smudged it on with my finger. So I'm not bothered that you can see the bits of pink through. I think that looks quite nice. So that's that. Get the other one done and get those cut out. So I've got them all coloured in and cut out. I've not stuck it down yet, but I think that's what I'm going to do. Have it something like that. I might put some feathers behind the wings when I've got the buttons done. Now I need to find some. It's that long ago since I've done it, I can't remember what wire I used or anything, but I'm going to find some buttons for the bottom and try and make a button tail so she can be a little button fairy. Right, I've got her stuck together. Put a little flower on her hat. Just stuck it with hot glue. And then I found some buttons out of my red button box. Now I tried with, I can't tell you what gauge the wire is, but I tried with this one. I thought this is what I used, but I was having a real hard time putting it through the button. So you want something that's a little bit wiry as opposed to you know, just a flimsy nylon or something like that. So I've used this one. This was from the Tiger Shop, Flying Tiger is it called, and it's quite bendy, but if you warm it through your fingers it bends a bit better anyway. Now what I've done, and if anybody wants me to come on and do another video another day I will, because I've never actually done one of doing these button fairies, but I just threaded it through the back of the biggest one. I got a load of buttons and thought, you know, just staggered the size till I thought I knew how I wanted them. Threaded it through the back to the front and then to the back again, and then just twisted it round. I just used my fingers, but I suppose pliers would be better, but I never do things sensibly. I just twisted it around with my fingers, and then I just go through the back and through the front, through the back and through the front. And I've just got these few to put on now. And something that I don't think I've done before when I've done button fairies, if you don't like seeing the wire through, you can always just put, I think I might put some flowers or something on, or you could always just like put another button over the top. And if you're a person that only likes threaded buttons, some people don't like to see buttons just like that, you could always put some thread through and then stick something over the top of those. But I'm pretty sure I've never done that on any of mine that I've done before, and all mine have flown away. They've gone to other homes, so I can't show you one. Oh, just a minute. Oh, where is it? Oh no, I can't get it now. I have got one that, where is it? It's usually hanging in my window. Don't know where it's gone. It's flown away. I have got one that somebody had sent me. Don't know, can't find it. So yeah, and then I shall go down with all the buttons in sizes and then put a little heart gem or something at the bottom, but I'll come back when I've finished that. I've got her stuck together and I put a little mermaid on the bottom, just twisted a mermaid on the bottom. I've had a real hard time with this wire, even though it's quite a thin one. So if you've not done this sort of thing before, just practice with your wire before you do it, because it's, don't know, unless it's because my hands are cold, but I've struggled with it even with pliers. So just stuck that on the back like that. I think I've done it a little bit too long, but it's going to have to do. Now I don't know whether to put feathers on or not. I've tried with red ones, didn't like those, got white ones, might stick those on the back, I normally do. And then I've just been looking through my lace drawer because I didn't know whether to put some dangles of lace to make like a long dress for her. But I found this that's been lurking in the lace drawer. Well, it must have been in the naughty lace drawer that I've had made, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, probably longer than that, when I was into making lace flowers and that. So I think I'm going to try and, where are we, thread it up and make her so it'll be like a little tutu. We shall see. I'll have a go. And she's finished, and I'm really pleased with her. I think that just looks so cute. I just had to stick it down a little bit, so you don't want to see her knickers, do you? Stuck the wings on, pleased with the wings, no, the feathers I mean. And then I just put a little hanger at the top, and I think she looks just perfect now. Yeah, quite pleased with that. Let's have a look. Let's just hang her up. So I shall hang her on the line, look. Let me hang her on the line. Hang on a minute. Look, is she cute? Ah, she's so cute. And I think I'm going to keep this one. All my others that I used to make, I used to think, right, I'll keep this one, I'll keep this one. And I always ended up giving them away. So hence why I've got none left. But yeah, so I hope Mr. Doodle's pleased with what I've done out of the round ATC and the wings. There's that one. That was, oh no, the wing, yeah, the wings, the round ATC and the little flower. And then I've added the buttons and the dress, the feathers and the seam binding. Then this out of the denim brooch that I'd already made, just stuck that on. And then the little bookmark from the piece of leather. So I am really pleased with those, and I think, you know, it's something that I will get Mr. Doodle to do again. To come fiddle in my drawers, Mr. Doodle. Were misses. Yeah, you know, it just saves me the time of thinking, oh, what shall I do? What shall I do? Which bits? If you've just thrown in at the deep end like this, then it's surprising what you can come up with. I mean, I've really surprised myself actually, especially with this one, because that to me was a pain in the neck and I was never going to be able to do anything with it. And I'm actually quite thrilled with that. Well, with all of them. So I hope you've enjoyed what I've shown you. I just need to put all these little clips of videos together now, so they may all come out in different orders. And it'll be more twaddle than usual. So thanks everybody for watching, and thank you again, Leslie, for suggesting the 5 things. And something else, there was another lady, I think, as I was doing this one, I was thinking, I'm sure on that video when I showed the things out of the naughty drawer, I'm sure another lady mentioned, I don't know whether you mentioned this one or mentioned something to do with the feathers and the round ATCs. I'm sure somebody did and I can't remember who. So thank you for suggesting that. I'd actually forgotten that until I was putting it together, but yeah, so thank you very much and thank you for watching. Take care, bye.